Beep beep, everybody. Hope you're all having a great day. Thanks for tuning in. Here's Cody at Sunset Beach. This is on the Delaware Bay side of Cape May, New Jersey. And as you can see, he's trying to figure out what to do with the waves coming in. This is the first of 3 videos of antique malls that we took down in this place. We had a sort of mini vacation across 4 days in the previous week. And hence, that's why no videos were loaded in the last 6 or 7 days or so. So we're going to watch him avoid the water some more. And out in the distance, you can see a ferry, and that's the Cape May Lewis Ferry that runs between Cape May, New Jersey and Lewis, Delaware. And here we are at Cape May Antique Center. This is on Route 109. Just as you're entering Cape May from the north, it's surrounded by a bunch of marinas, so that's kind of how you can tell you're there. It's got this big gray facade, and we're going to go inside and see if they have any baseball cards. And the first seller I came across had some sports literature here, some older things issued by, I believe, Score for a number of baseball players. I believe those were issued with cards, but only the books were for sale there. And there's an old Sport Folio magazine and the little red book. And there's Jerry Koosman on a issue of Life magazine. Here's some junk wax cards. These were generally priced about $1 each. It's kind of a curious selection. Generally, I noticed in this area that there were a lot more Phillies cards than I'm used to seeing out in central Pennsylvania. And over here, I definitely had a look inside some of these bins, and I did find one card that I purchased from here. And at the end of the video, I'll go over the things I got here. And there's a $65 for that. It has a first day cover. Not sure if that's the opening of Citizens Bank Park or not. There's some 1990 Fleer packs. Those were $3 each. 1988 Score, same price. There's some of those master photos from Stadium Club. There's a couple of those there. And yes, lots of 1988 Score packs. There's an official rule book from 1948, priced at $15. And there's a photo of Freddie Galvis for $6. It's got some starting lineups on the side, plus some buttons of some old-time Phillies and Yaz. There's some more packs there, the same ones we saw over the other side. And here's a vintage 1991 Bowman baseball signed limited edition sheet. Only 500 issued. That was priced at $75. Signed by Craig Pursley, I guess, who's the designer of that. There's a piece of Eddie Matthews uniform in this framed photograph. That's priced at $60. And up above, we have a couple more signed pictures, of which I didn't get the prices. They were kind of high up and I couldn't see. That one back there was Robin Yount. And there's some kind of a baseball stars book with 12 stickers inside, and a baseball encyclopedia, which I checked was the 10th edition. I found this peculiar rhinoceros that's priced at $95. Not sure what's going on with that. And a whole bunch of odds and ends. So a fair amount of toys are here. There was something to the left there that I didn't quite get fully on camera from Real Monsters, which I remember watching in the 90s. A rather peculiar cartoon. And something from Austin Powers. And there's Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Lots of Simpsons things in this booth too. Came across some trains. As you can see, I ran out of baseball cards to film, so I'm filming some other things that I think are neat to look at, but stuff that I don't actually buy myself. I don't have room for all of that kind of stuff. My uncle collects trains, so maybe I'll forward this video to him if I remember. And that was Cape May Antique Center. Here's some more footage of Cody at Sunset Beach. He's still wondering about the water. Oh, it got him that time. Anyway, while you're watching him decide to take a detour away from the water, right after this I'll go over the things I bought here. Alrighty, hope you enjoyed that brief tour of Cape May Antique Center. So there was only one booth there that had any kind of sports-related stuff, particularly baseball cards, and they had a lot of interesting literature to look through. So the only thing that I bought there was from those dollar bins, and I bought this 2001 Fleer Ultra Power Plus insert of Mike Piazza. This was $1. Probably not a bad deal for $1. I didn't check eBay comps when I was there, but later when I arrived home, and I guess $1 is about the cheap end of this. Some people were selling it for maybe $2 to $3, so not a bad deal. Most of the cards in those bins were basically base set cards. A lot of junk wax, some stuff from the 90s, some stuff from the 80s, and they were generally about $1 each. So there wasn't anything else there that I needed, so this is basically all I left with for the baseball cards. Definitely wasn't interested in those packs because I think $3 is kind of high for those. The other thing I bought came in this thing here is 1985 Hall of Fame yearbook and program, and this was $10, and I thought this was an interesting purchase. I do have an annual program from another year because I subscribed to Sporting News for I think 1 year back in the 90s. Let me move these guys over so you can get a better look. I might have to take the camera out a little bit. And this is the annual program from 1985. And as you can see, one of the main inductees was Lou Brock that year. This was, I think, issued by Sporting News and probably was included in one of the issues for that year. Old ads, always neat to look at. There's Lou Brock. Hoyt Wilhelm was one of the other inductees. Enos Slaughter. Archie Vaughan, probably old timers committee. The J.G. Taylor Spink Award went to Joe McGuff. And the Ford C. Frick Award went to Eli Buck Cannell. And it gives a list of all the living members of the Hall of Fame. So there's a Rolaids Relief Man Award ad. Don't see those anymore. The second publication that came in that sleeve was the yearbook from 1985. And this originally cost $4, and it features the inductees on the front. Showcases their collections, you know, the usual stuff you would find in a yearbook. A little bit of the history of the hall. Who's on the Veterans Committee right here. That's kind of neat to see. Lifetime records of all 193 Hall of Fame members, which was back in 1985. That number is much larger now. And then it gives little brief bios based on position. Here's catchers. We've got Bill Dickey, Yogi Berra, Gabby Hartnett, and Rick Farrell. Some more catchers here. And I'm not going to go through every single page of this. This is the first actual yearbook I've ever owned from the Hall of Fame. I didn't know they actually published this. So I'm assuming they're still publishing this today. But you can see it's a pretty nice book. I thought that was not a bad deal to get both of those for $10. And Mickey Mantle graces the back of the cover. Zoom that out so you can see that. And that's pretty much all we got there. So we were down there last week for 4 days from Sunday to Wednesday. We visited Cape May Antique Center on Monday. And on Tuesday, we visited 2 more antique places, which I'll show in upcoming videos in the next few days. Maybe the next one might get posted Thursday or Friday, depending on if I have the time to piece it together. The next one is, I don't remember the name of it offhand. It figures, doesn't it? I have my laptop to my left here. Let me see if I can double check what that next one's called. I keep forgetting it because it's not a name that I remember. Okay, that one's called Days of Old Antique Center, and that is actually near Atlantic City. And the third one we're going to visit is called Antiques Emporia, which is in downtown Cape May. And I'll have some footage of the beaches there, too, so stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Beep, beep.